ask you some questions, really get to the bottom of who you are so that, the Seattle fans and the incoming Seattle fans can really get to know you by the start of the season. Um, but yeah, like Steph said, you weren't at the draft. How did you feel when, when you got that notice that your name had been called?
Yeah, I was so excited. I think my jaw literally dropped. And I had a feeling it might have been me just by the way there was a little bit of a pause before my last name because it's a little bit of a difficult one to pronounce. But I was so excited to have been drafted to play in the PWHL and drafted specifically by Seattle too. Really excited about the location and the team and the managers and staff and I was just so excited. I was almost in shock. It's a little bit hard to believe that like it's all real and that there's a professional women's hockey league now, but it's so exciting. So I couldn't have been more happy.
Yeah, and for our fans, for literally anyone, how do you pronounce your last name?
Yes, it's Delianedis, so Delianedis.
Okay,
Yes, it's
perfect.
can be tricky. So
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, how are you feeling now? That you're making that jump from Cornell, to Seattle and the PWHL. Like, what's the vibe? How's your summer going?
it's been good. It's been really busy. It's so exciting. I've been training and trying to obviously prepare myself for training camp and hopefully earning a spot on the team. So I've just been really trying to work hard and get stronger and faster, but also trying to enjoy time with my family. And my sister got married this past weekend, so was very involved with that. And yeah, really just trying to spend time with family and friends and just keep working hard with hockey in hopes for the fall.
Yeah, big congratulations to your sister. That's awesome. Have you had a chance to explore Seattle yet, or like, what are you most excited to discover?
No, I've never been to Seattle and I'm so excited to get there. I've heard literally so many great things from everyone that I've talked to about the city. I'm really excited to explore and find some good coffee shops. I've heard they're known for or you guys are known for coffee. I'm also just excited to explore the city in general, the fish market. I know it seems like it's a big attraction there. Also excited for just the scenery. It seems so beautiful. Like hopefully maybe going on a hike or just seeing the harbor. But really everything. I couldn't be more excited to just explore and see the city.
Yeah, if you're looking for coffee, Seattle's definitely the place. Boba too now, but we've become a big boba spot. Um, Yeah, I mean, going into some hockey questions, really looking back to your time, as a college player, I was looking, over some video, and there's that triple overtime goal against Clarkson, really defining moment for your senior season. What goes through your head in those pressure moments? Like, what makes you thrive in those situations?
Yeah, I think that moment in particular was so exciting, or just even in those type of moments in general. Um, I think they're so special because of the team that you're on, especially in that moment. I think we were playing to go to the ECAC championship, and as a senior, like that's something our team really worked for all of my time there. And even if you're a freshman, that's something you're always working towards. So I think in those moments, it's just like playing for your teammates, and hopefully it can push you over the edge and get a little extra boost with some adrenaline. I think in that moment, I got a little lucky. I just shot it, and I think it ended up hitting a body in front of the net. But I think just it makes them special because, like, you're playing for your whole team, and everyone's working towards that goal. And I think that can give you a little extra adrenaline when it really matters.
You mentioned that you got a little lucky. Do you've kind of, I've heard a lot of people describe you as like a clutch performer. Do you think that's something that can be that you're training for, or is it just part of who you are as a player now?
I think hopefully it's a part of who I am now. I think it's something that's like a little bit more difficult to train for, but I think like I was saying earlier, just in those big moments, I think I tend to just really push hard for my teammates and kind of just push out the last couple minutes or the period, whatever it is. I think I just get a little bit of an adrenaline boost, honestly, just when it comes down to some of those bigger time plays, whether it be a goal or whether it just be playing hard in the D zone and not letting the other team score too. I think I just kind of find an extra gear uh, when it's a bit closer. So hopefully I can continue to do that too in this league as well.
Yeah, speaking of, transferring into the league, what part of your game do you think will translate most smoothly into the pros?
I think I would say my competitive spirit or my I guess you could say peskiness. I think I'm a smaller player, but I'm not afraid to shy away from the battles. I think I was watching the TV. I'm pretty sure I was described as like a pest or a rat, something like that. And honestly, I would say that's a fair description. I think I do like to kind of get in the battles and the scrums in front of the net, whether it be offensively or defensively. And I think that'll hopefully help me because I know the league is so physical. I'm still working on the strength piece as well, but I'm hoping that at least the competitive spirit will be there.
Yeah. You mentioned the what you were being described as. I know your height was something that people were really bringing up. Um, do you feel like an underdog, or how does your height and like being quote unquote undersized, right? I know that that's a word people throw around. How do you flip that to your advantage when you're playing?
Yeah, I think it's like you said, I think it can be seen kind of as a drawback, and it definitely is sometimes, but I think it's just about um trying to make that work. Like if I'm given the height of 5'4", it's like, all right, how am I gonna work with that to my advantage? And I think I just try to um, use my speed and try to be quick before I get pinned by someone maybe a bit stronger than me. But I think, um, yeah, definitely just. I try to use it to my advantage when I can, and I think even college NCAA has gotten a bit more physical, so I do feel like that's been helpful. Um, we had some strong girls in our team and in our league, and I think that's hopefully helped. But I know this league is even stronger and faster too. So just continuing to try to be quicker if I can be.
Sorry about that. She's my office manager, so sometimes when she feels like I'm not doing my job correctly, she'll come up here and just like sit in front of me.
No worries at all. I love cats and dogs, so I totally get it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're, in the move to Seattle, and as you begin to play and, talking about how every descriptor everyone's kind of thrown around you as the draft has come up and as people have been analyzing your play, how do you want Seattle fans to describe you after this season?
I think, like I said earlier, I want them to see my competitive edge. And I want them to see how much I care about um I think the defensive zone as well as the offensive zone. I think I would like to describe myself as a good two-way player. And I hope that they can see how much I care about our team winning and not just like my individual success as a player. I really just care about how Seattle, that's the team does, and I hope they can see that through my play or and just how I am as a person too.
Do you hope, sports in Seattle are huge, specifically women's sports, especially in the community. They're a big presence in the community. How do you hope to step out there and, make those relationships?
Yeah, I am really excited to hopefully attend some of the games, whether it be soccer, basketball, Like you were saying, ultimate frisbee, honestly, any sport really. I've seen that some of the girls on the team already, I think, have been to a baseball game, I believe. So I'm really hoping to, yeah, just attend and hopefully be a part of the Seattle sports community and get to know the women's sports team as well as the men's and just be more present in and involved in the community for sure.
Yeah. Coming into to Seattle, you've really watched women's hockey evolve, your entire life. What does it mean to you to not just join the PWHL and like be part of this, but also help launch a new franchise in Seattle?
Yeah, it's so special. I think like I was already so excited to be drafted in the PWHL, but to be a part of a new team and a historic moment I think is really special because you're building a program that's hopefully going to last for, I guess, forever, for as long as, possible. And it's going to be the start of something special for PWHL Seattle and hopefully the Seattle community in general. So I think it makes everything just extra exciting for sure.
Yeah, and talking about hockey lineages, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, you do come from a hockey lineage. Your dad played college. Do you have, or what's the best advice he's giving you for this next step, if any?
Yes, he definitely likes to weigh in and give me his opinion sometimes. So I think he has just reminded me to be confident and to be myself. I think that's something that is just important in general, and I'm hoping that I can do that as I prepare for training camp. And yeah, I think I know it sounds really general, it's such general advice, but I think it's something I try to remember.
The most general advice, I think sometimes is the best advice. I have one final question for you, but before I ask it, is there anything that I haven't asked you, something that you wanted to talk about, something you really want the fans to know about you, other than the cats and dogs thing?
Um, I would say I really enjoy the beach and I I really love surfing. I'm not a great surfer, but I love watching it. I've surfed a couple times. I know there's no surfing in Seattle, but I've heard there's some in Washington maybe, but like a little bit further down the coast. That's just kind of a fun fact. But yeah, just that I'm really excited to get out there and hopefully explore the city and attend some Seattle sports games.
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm not from Seattle. I actually live in a different part of Washington, but as far as I know, no surfing. It's really cold. Like just swimming in the ocean in near Seattle is wild. There's also most of the beaches are rock beaches.
Okay,
Um,
well that's very good to know.
yeah.
So I guess it's just a fun fact about me in general, but it's not something I'm trying to do then in Washington.
Maybe you can get it started. You never know. Maybe we need it.
Hopefully.
Um,
We'll see.
but yeah, final question. You're starting brand new, so maybe you haven't really thought about this, but like 5 years from now, what do you hope your story in Seattle looks like?
That's a great question. I hope that I'll be just remembered in a positive light in a good way around the community and as someone who's involved with not just hockey, other sports, but also just even with the youth community and different communities in Seattle and hopefully the team as well will be a couple championships and that would be super exciting too in a hockey sense as well. But I think for me, just being involved and active in the community is really important, and also just hopefully the team having success as well. And either way, I'm just excited to get the opportunity to just attend training camp and learn from the players there, and hopefully earn my spot on the team.
Hello there, everybody. Charles Hamaker here with Circling Seattle Sports. I'm joined by Jen Barnes of Rough and Tumble that we happen to be at right now.
Yeah.
Jen, why don't you talk to me a little bit about what we're announcing today, which is our partnership.
I'm so excited about this. First of all, I just want to say thank you. I think all of us here at Rough and Tumble are big fans of what you and your team at Circling Seattle Sports does. And so, I know you know this, but when you came to me with this idea, it just seemed pretty natural. And it's not just me. I think a lot of people in the sports community in Seattle also really respect you and your team. So it's exciting to kind of see these two things melding together, and we're really excited to start implementing some of the things and then hopefully seeing you guys a little bit more often.
Yeah, and so with what Jen says about seeing us more often, we've got a few things in the works, but you'll see watch parties here. We'd like to do a few different of our community drives, which you'll hear about here in a little bit from now. We've got to make our announcements one at a time. I can't drop everything.
Not everything
right?
all at once.
But this has been a home for a lot of our team, whether it's myself, our friend, our photographer Liz is behind the camera. Liz is here often, so our team has kind of adopted this place kind of like our own since I saw you at our soft launch. So, it's been great to have that support. In a lot of ways, and part of the reason I wanted to do this was the Rough and Tumble embodies a lot of what Circling Seattle Sports wants to do. Obviously with women's sports, with the storm and the rain, but just being, having the game on, every game on.
Yep.
How much of that, did you see a line kind of even before this idea was mentioned when I first met you?
I think it's always felt like that. I mean, you and your team were here on opening night, and you just feel like you're part of the space, so it felt like really natural. And the fact that you actually cover all of the sports really makes your group stand out. So you are always covering all the rain games, all the storm games. You'd have women's softball, you'd have women's basketball, you'd have women's hockey. We love it. So all of those things, and obviously passionate M's fans, passionate Hawks fans, and passionate Kraken and Sounders fans. So really, from our perspective, those two things meshed really well.
So, you heard it from Jen herself, but this will be our home for all of these events, whether it's you can't make it to these games at home, we're always going to direct you to Rough and Tumble, and obviously the games on the road as well. All these, we're talking about the rain, they've got their schedule out finally, but this will be our home for that.
Great.
The storm games on the road, this is our home.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes.
I love it.
And when I mentioned it to Jen when I first had this idea come up, I had this idea come up wearing a pink wig.
Yes, you did.
Ahead of Megan Rapinoe's final regular season home game for the Reign this past year.
Yeah.
I told her it's because I wanted this to feel genuine.
Yep.
I wanted a connection to feel genuine, and it does. So that's what this is. Rough and Tumble is the home of Circling Seattle Sports, and I'm so excited to finally announce this partnership.
I can't wait.